Hey, Jim here from K2 Concepts. Going to shoot a real quick overview video of the A&I Full Size F150 Plus guns. If you're familiar with the forum and some of the videos we shot, we brought in the A&I mini guns about, I don't know, about 6-8 months ago. Really nice gun. Definitely a go-to gun for you guys that are shooting paint and clear on smaller parts. You know, anything larger than a dash, then you're going to want to go back to a full-size gun. But for a lot of you guys that are doing smaller parts, cups, interior parts, stuff like that, the A&I mini gun that's a phenomenal gun for an entry-level gun. So we brought in the full-size A&Is, and we brought them in last week. We've been playing around with these things, you know, and so far we're enjoying them. In comparison, I'm going to kind of play around with the Air Gunzas that we've been selling for about 5 years now. The Air Gunza is kind of like the workhorse. If you're gonna, this is like an entry-level gun. If you're going to get in it and be in it, you got to spend the money. And for about 150, 160 bucks or whatever, these guns are the workhorse. The A&Is are very comparable. You know, so what I wanted to do is grab both these guns and kind of lay down I've got them loaded up with gun cleaner, so it's not activator or anything that's got a little bit of viscosity to it. We're just going to kind of play around with basically acetone. All right. So anyhow, in review, looking at both of them, when you open them out of the package, the A&I has a wrench or a spanner to spin off the air nozzle on these things. Whereas the Air Gunzas don't. Okay, the Air Gunzas, however, fit finished, trim, nice soft edges to the gun. Hands down to the Air Gunzas. They're just a little bit easier on the hands. Okay, trigger pull about the same. You know, they both have about the same springs in them. So your comfort level is going to be a little up on this. I do like the cup on these things, on the A&Is. They seem to spin a little bit tighter than the Air Gunzas. I never had a problem with the Air Gunza cups, but I have had some people tell me, oh, it leaks a little bit, and they've ordered cups for them. Don't have a lot of experience with these cups on the A&Is, but they do spin pretty tight. So, you know, that's my overall before we pull the trigger on these things. Nice thing about the A&I is that the fan setup is right here, so you can just kind of grab it and adjust it as you're spraying, whereas on the Air Gunza, like a normal gun, you're going to be reaching over yourself. So I don't know, it's a matter of preference. You can't thumb it. It's way too far away to thumb it like maybe on a Soda Jet, which is right here. So that being said, we've loaded them all up. We're shooting these guns. We're going to start out at 1 bar or 14.5 on your pressure gauge. They all have A&I gauges, so they're all set up the same. We've adjusted the fan to about the best fan that we can get out of the guns at 14.5. You got to remember when you're shooting activators. Now this is all these guns we're reviewing right now for activator. I probably should have said that in the beginning of the video, but we're shooting activator. When you're laying down activator, you're going to want to drop your air pressure a little bit, because if you don't, you're going to blow the film out of the water, or you're going to start moving the pattern around. Okay, so that's why you want to drop your pressure. Once you drop your pressure, now you start to operate the gun outside the bounds that it was designed for. Most of these guns are designed right around 29.5 or 2 bar to push paint, and then you adjust from there. So when you start dropping your pressure down to about half that, now you're operating outside the designed criteria of the gun. Okay, so when we are looking at activator guns, which ones perform better outside the parameters that they've been designed for? So it gets a little tough. It gets a little weird. So anyhow, hey, little Corona for the haters. Almost forgot about this. It is coming down out here. We are in Stormzilla, I guess 2017, or I don't know. because it is raining like hell. Anyhow, we're going to start the first one, and I've got kind of a baseline here. This is the top. First line is about an 8-inch fan. Second is a 10. Third is a 12. Okay, I'm going to hold them about 9 inches off. Okay, so you can see they're all set about 1 bar. I'm going to make 1 pass. So we're getting about a 10-inch fan out of the Airgunza 1.3. All right. One bar. You can see you're getting a little bit wider fan out of the ANI. And that becomes important, especially when you're laying down material on your films. The less passes you make, the less you're going to mess up the film or push the film around in the water. Alright, so that's just the 1.3s. Let's go with the 1.8s. Alright, Airgunza 1.8. Again, 1 bar. Oops. Nice. I love these guns. Alright, so let it evaporate a little bit. Grab a Corona again. Alright. So very similar. So both the 1.9s are really close. I will say that the ANIs seem to lay down a little bit more material. Haven't measured it as far as weight. Like I did a little video on 1.3s, 1.5s, and 1.8s, and the amount of material on the same pull. So I'm going to say my gut feeling is the ANIs lay down a little more material. So you may need to dial them back a little, or you may like that. Personally, I like that. We haven't played around with them in the tank. I just wanted to show you guys a basic overall, out of the box fan review real quick. And then we'll get into laying down activator and stuff like that later on. We're going to have these up on the K2shoponline.com website. We're going to have an introductory sale on the full size ANIs for about a week and a half. So follow the link, and I will post that up in the K2 Forums website. If you guys are interested, you can sign up, or you can purchase them on K2shoponline.com website. And then after that, we'll raise the price, because they're very comparable. So we're going to probably offer them the same price as the Airgunzas. And it'll be a matter of choice. Again, when you guys get in the guns, it's really going to be a matter of choice. It's what you like. We bring in stuff all the time. We play around with stuff all the time. That's how we find out whether we like guns, whether we need to make a change. And not all the time do we bring in something and it's phenomenal. Sometimes it's not. But I want to give you guys an overview on some solid performers and some entry level or entry guns new on the market, at least for us, that we like and we like to communicate to you guys and offer them to you guys. So definitely might be worth bringing in, honestly. We've shot some clear out of the 1.3. We'll do a review in another video on that. Lays down clear pretty darn good. I do like the aspect that the ANIs have a large variety of tips. I think you can go from 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, and then jumps up to 1.7 and then 1.9. And the 1.9 moves some material. So if you guys are shooting glitter or flake or stuff like that, that might be the gun for you. So again, that's it. Questions, comments, leave them below. You can email me at k2forums@gmail.com. Join us on the forum at k2forums.com. Again, a little Corona for the haters. And if I'm still here next week after the storm of 2017 down here in Southern California, I'll get back to it. All right. Hope you're having a good day dipping. We'll talk to you later.